Treasure You time again, and today we're meeting Andrea Griffin, who seemed to have it all and was on her way to a very successful career when everything changed in her life. I've been there before. I can remember the night that I left my house with my baby girl when I realized that things were just not the way they should be anymore in that marriage. And it was scary. I felt very vulnerable. I felt very alone. And it was one of the biggest steps I ever had to take. And for months, it took me a while to get back on my feet, but it was because of really wonderful girlfriends that helped me along the way, especially one named Cherie, that I really found my way. And so I thought it was important for you to share your story, because once you wrote into us, and you were saying you really wanted to help Treasure You.
I did.
Right? You attended an event.
Yes.
And you said, I want to help. But then something changed in your heart.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, I went to the Treasure You event that you partnered with at the Galleria. Right. And I went just to get a makeover, learn about makeup, and learn about the organization. And I told your director when I left, I mean, I got just more than I bargained for. Right. The women there telling their stories just inspired me. You know, I'm personal when it comes to my marriage and personal things like that, but I feel like a true testimony comes from telling about your test.
Yes.
And so I felt compelled to write in response to the event, encouraged by my aunt. And I just wanted to tell about my life and what was going on at the time, and you know where I was and where I was trying to get to.
So tell our audience really what were you struggling with at that time?
My husband and I had decided to separate, but it was in the manner that we separated in. I had just started my own consulting business, and he was the breadwinner. And basically, I was just stripped of nothing. You know, I had to figure out how to pay the household bills. We had set this up in our marriage where I could go full-time into trying to pursue my career. And so it kind of put me in a bind. I had education and all that, but it's hard in this economy to get back and do the things. There was no communication between himself and I, not a phone call, how are you doing? Or can I help you out on anything? Do you need help moving? Nothing.
Nothing. So you found yourself, basically you had been depending and relying mostly on him. All of a sudden, that's gone.
Right.
And now you have to pick up the pieces and go on with your life.
Correct.
So did you go in, run into any roadblocks? How did you get past that? Did you feel stuck? Are you still in that place?
I'm still in that place.
Okay.
It's hard because getting an attorney to try to get a divorce, you want to do what you're supposed to do as a woman in your marriage, but when there's no communication, and then you're trying to, keep that household bills going, trying to keep your business going, trying to decide if you're going to go back to corporate.
Right.
And it's just a lot. It was a lot. I mean, it's been, almost 6 months, but it's still like every week is something different.
And let me tell you, this is an ongoing issue that I'm finding with a lot of women. And last year, Treasure You actually hosted an event where I really wanted to empower women to start taking more responsibility over their finances.
Right.
Because things could happen. Not only can, a spouse leave you, but sometimes it could be because someone passed away.
Right.
And we're finding that a lot of women, 3 to 5 years after their spouse dies, are broke. And they have no power, they have no education about their finances. So I believe that it's time for us to start stepping up so that we can learn more so that we're not in these positions.
Exactly.
But what I'm also finding is a lot of women, when they are stuck, they don't have the support to even go after, getting help, getting spousal support, getting child support, and many of them are left to struggle and deal with it on their own. So I wanted you to come on this morning because I think you're an example for many women out there. I've been there, so I know exactly how you're feeling. But really, I have a surprise for you. There is an attorney who has said, I will take on Andrea's case. And she's here this morning. Terry Green, could you please come here, my dear?
Oh my gosh.
Terry is from the law offices of Terry Green.
Oh my God.
And she has decided to take on your case pro bono to help you get through this moment. Because like I've said before, you're just stuck for a moment. But it's because of other people out there that help us to get out of these positions, because then you're going to go on and help somebody else. So Terry, meet Andrea. Andrea, meet Terry.
Andrea, it's a pleasure.
It's my pleasure.
I read your letter and I've heard your testimony this morning, and I just know you're not looking for a handout, you're looking for a helping hand. And I think I'm right there to help you with that roadblock that you were talking about earlier. And I want to help you through your next phase from getting married back to the single life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. You have anything you want to say to Terry?
I am so surprised. I'm so surprised. But thank you, because it's been hard, when you're the in-between, you're not to like, well, you have income coming in or you have this going on, but it's like, but attorney fees are so expensive and not going through this, you really don't know, what to do. So I really appreciate it.
Well, guess what? You got a girlfriend over here who's going to help you out. Okay? Listen, if you are someone out there and you need some Treasure U assistance, please go to treasureu.org. We are there. We want to help. There are resources, people that want to love on you and help you through this position. All of us get stuck sometimes. We just need a helping hand.